Oh, look, I think they're probably in a happier position at the moment. I think the wicket's going to possibly deteriorate, so it could be hard work for us, particularly at the back end. So we have to get a lot closer with our runs and even get a lead. I think that's going to be important for us.
Chris, disappointing for you to miss out on 100, but you set a world record today for the most consecutive Test half centuries. You took it off Rahul Dravid. So does that mean anything?
Yeah, it's a nice stat, I guess. Shame none of them were hundreds, but yeah, it's. I think as an opener, it's so important to be consistent, and by doing that, you're doing a job for the team. So yeah, I can be quite proud of that, I think.
Chris, I think you mentioned in your TV chat just there, just like how nervous you felt going out there today, like being the start of your last series. Can you just talk a bit about that, and then like how nervous you might have got when you got close to 3?
Yeah, I mean, I think looking at what happened in the West Indies and knowing that Sean was a little bit unlucky to get dropped for this game, I know there's pressure on, and I've said it, every time I've done a press conference, but that I'm under pressure to score runs. So, but particularly this series, it's such a huge series, and perhaps being in my last one, I'd love to remember it for all the right reasons.
Chris, you're in an expert position to judge the merits of bowling attacks. You've faced so many over the years and batted so well against so many bowlers. How do you think this England bowling attack compares and contrasts with the last one that you faced in the Ashes? Because it is different in some areas.
Yeah, I think it is. I think there's probably a bit more balance, I guess, in the attack. I'm pretty happy that Swan isn't there to torment me, but yeah, I think they're missing him. But Moeen did a very good job today. But I think with Wood particularly coming in and being an impact bowler, I think that's gonna be big for them.
Chris, one thing about today obviously was Moeen's impact, a couple of wickets, and Steve and Michael going fairly hard at him. It's worked at times for Australia doing that, going after spinners, but at other times more recently maybe it's gotten guys into a bit of trouble. Does it need to be tempered at all, or what do you think of, I suppose, it's the way it works?
Yeah, if you look at it today, you'd say, perhaps we could have been a little bit more patient, but you can't have it both ways. That's how guys play, and they've been so successful doing it. So every now and again, that's going to happen. They're going to get out playing that way, and particularly as a side, that's our mentality to be positive. So when it happens, you've just got to accept it.
Chris, following up on Britik's question actually, is there a definite plan in attacking Moeen every time he comes on, perhaps get more mileage or put more mileage on the fast bowlers? Because last year Dhoni said that was their attack, that plan, and they lost 19 wickets to Moeen in the series. So do you have any definite plan that every time Moeen comes on, people are going to be attacking him?
It's not my plan, but look, I think the way our guys bat, I think they back themselves to score quickly against the spinner and then put pressure back on them. So I don't think it's a definite plan by us, but I do think we have spoken about, if we can put pressure on the spinner, maybe get him off and get the quicks back on, it's going to help us, in the long run. So, yeah, make of that what you want.
Sorry, Chris, had you feared that you may finish your Test career without hitting a six, and in years to come will that have come out of the middle of the bat and gone out of the ground?
And the long boundary, yeah. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that one, to be honest. I've got a lot of ribbing from the guys for having a pillow on my bat. So yeah, the fact that one went over the ropes, I was pretty happy, as you could see.
Chris, you spoke about the pressure of an Ashes series before, and Shane Watson sort of cops more, I guess, than almost anyone in the team. How does he handle the pressure that sort of seems to continuously be on him, and ahead of what shapes is a big sort of chance for him tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we all desperately want to see him do well, because we know how much he goes through and how much kind of abuse comes his way. But he's pretty good with it. He knows that you've got to take the good with the bad, and and that's what happens in international cricket. So I don't think he reads a lot of the papers or really takes notice of what you guys say. But yeah, sometimes I know it's going to hurt, as it does all of us. But it's up to him tomorrow to go out and score runs, and hopefully do it for the rest of the series as well.
Rob, then Chris, then James.
What did you make of Chris? What did you make of Cook's captaincy today? Did it seem more aggressive than the past two series in terms of fields and bowling changes?
Yeah, I guess so. That's that's their prerogative. I don't really want to talk about their tactics. That's for them, really.
Chris, behind Rob now. Well, just with Mitchell Starc, he came back okay today from what looked like a sore ankle. What was a sore ankle? How's he travelling, and is it a bit of a concern given the short turnaround between these Test matches of him backing up?
I'm not exactly sure. I think it was a great effort to come out today and bowl again and get his fifer. So the fact that he came back out and he pushed through it, I think that says a lot, speaks volumes for him. But also, obviously it's manageable as well.
Chris, are the guys slightly disappointed by the nature of some of the dismissals today? And given how the game is in the balance, how important is tomorrow morning's session?
Yeah, I mean, personal pride for us, a lot of us, to get out the way we did. It's going to hurt, particularly when there was an opportunity to really make it count today. I think the fact that I got a 90 and there were 330s and a few of the ways we got out, that'll hurt us. And we think we're better than that. But as I said before, these things happen. If you're positive and you're going at it, sometimes you're going to get out these ways. The first session? Oh, yeah. I mean, it's crucial. I think we can't really concede a big deficit. Otherwise, it's going to be a big uphill battle for us. So we have to get close and get to a position where we can put England under pressure in the third innings.
Last three here, Dan and Nick.
Chris, you mentioned your frustration of missing out on not converting another 50 into a century. Is it a kind of a mindset thing for you that when you're getting closer to three figures, you look fairly untroubled prior to reaching the 90s?
No, not really. You can make a mistake. You can get out at any time. I'm disappointed. I chose to be positive through at that stage, but in hindsight, I guess I should have just got my head down and kept going the same way I'd been going. But I guess also getting a couple of 90s in my last three innings, that hurts a little bit. But equally, when I got back to the change room and sat down, I thought, there's still a lot of unfinished business here for me too. So hopefully that'll drive me for the rest of the series.
Chris, hi mate. Hey. You were out there when Alistair suffered the eye-watering blow. Did you get a sense for how much pain he may have been in when you were out in the middle?
I saw it pretty clearly, actually. I was trying not to laugh. It's an unfortunate injury, and particularly when I saw Joe Root laughing, I thought, he's okay. But apparently it was a sickening sound, so we'll leave it at that.
Last one in the front, Nick.
Just checking on the catch, the catch off of Broad. Were you guys convinced he was out, and were you happy with the decision in the end?
No, not really. I think that was the thing, and happy to defend Adam here. He stood up straight away and said, "I'm not sure," and the umpire actually said he was sure and gave him out. So Adam didn't claim it, and then the fact that it was reviewed, I'm not sure the ruling there. I think we have a right to be a little bit disappointed. So that could be interesting to see what the development is there.